guys, it's Michelle here, and I wanted to hop on today and talk a little bit about one of the things that I've been working so hard to overcome, and something that's not talked a lot about on social media. And for me, it's been closet eating. That's something that I've struggled with since I was a little girl. I've shared a few times on my social media about having to, hello if you're hopping on, make sure you say hi in the comments. We got Britt on and Charlene, hi ladies. So I'm just getting ready to talk about something that, oh, Jamie's on, hi Jamie. Something that I've struggled with big time. And it's closet eating. I've struggled with it since I was a little girl. I literally used to take food and hide it under my bed. Like if there was a last Joe Louis, if there was a last cheese string, if there was a last anything in the house, I literally would take it and I would hide it under my bed until we went to bed, and I would eat it in the middle of the night. Or else those were my snacks that I would sneak in my backpack to take to school the next day. And give me a like, guys, if you've struggled with any sort of food addiction, like maybe closet eating, maybe emotional eating, just eating because you're bored. I feel like it's, hi Melissa, love you. Thanks Jamie, I totally tried something new today. I've been seeing everybody do like the, I don't know, is this like the half up pony thing now? I don't know. I feel like it's working. But anyways, I struggled with this for a very long time, and when we hit our fertility journey, it came on full force. And I used to hit up drive-thrus. I used to go sit in parks. I used to, I don't know, just anywhere I could buy food, get food. It was kind of my comfort thing. I looked to it for comfort when I have anxiety, when I feel overwhelmed, when I have a stressful day. It was kind of my thing. And so I didn't admit this or tell Chris this. I didn't think it was an issue, guys. I didn't think it was an issue until I started my journey and realized how big of an issue it actually was, and how, I don't know, how off track I was, and how much I was turning to food for comfort. Like I was finding it comfort for everything. And so I wanted to hop on here quickly today while I had a few seconds, because Jax doesn't nap anymore. I slipped downstairs, but I want to share with you guys 3 things that's working for me to help overcome this. And the first one is owning up to it. So I've started something with Chris where at the end of the day, when he gets home, the first thing I do is I report to him if I've had anything. And so in the beginning, when I started my journey 2 years ago, I vowed to him that's what I was going to do. I was going to, when he'd come in the door, I was just going to unload, and if it was shit, if it was terrible, then that was okay. He just needed to accept the information. He just needed to not say anything, but I needed to recognize what I was doing. That was the first thing that I needed to do, was recognize what I was doing. And so he would come in the door and I would just unload, and that would be it. And the rest of the night, I wouldn't touch anything. And so now it's gotten to the point that like periodically he'll come home and I'll be like, I ate some chocolate. And he'll be like, okay. And we just kind of laugh it off now, but it's still accountability for me. It's still a way for me to kind of own up to it, own what I'm doing, and move forward. Because I don't want to do that. That's the thing, guys, is I don't want to devour my emotions in chocolate and a bag of chips and that sort of stuff, because I feel like shit after. I don't feel good after. Actually, I don't know, maybe you guys agree, but I actually feel worse after. After I do it, it feels good in the moment, but after you do it, you're pissed off at yourself. You wish you never did it. Like I don't know, for me, it just, yeah, so it was that accountability. It was that owning it and recognizing it that helped me start to get over it. And so this time of the year is especially hard because there's those damn mini chocolate bars at the grocery store, right? So I have vowed, I used to buy them all the time. I'd start buying them as soon as they hit the grocery store, and we'd keep them in the cupboard, and I'd pick out all the crispy crunches, and I'd pick out all the crunchies, and I'd eat them all, and Chris would eat all the Twixes and the Arrows and whatever, but guys are different, their metabolism is different. But I used to do that, and Halloween would come and I'd have to buy all the Halloween candy again, right? Crystal, right? And so now I don't even buy it. I don't even buy it because I know I'm setting myself up for failure. So that is my tip number 2. Do not set yourself up for failure. I would much rather go and buy Jax a chocolate bar than buy him a box full of mini chocolate bars, because I know I'm going to be the one that's going to eat them, right? So I would rather take him out, let him get a full-size chocolate bar, or let him go to Tim Hortons and get a little treat, than set myself up for failure by buying a whole box and bringing it into the house. I also bought a lock for my cupboard, like the tree cupboard. And actually, guys, I usually keep stuff in there now that I don't even want. Like, it's stuff that Jax will eat here and there, but you know, granola bars, that sort of stuff. And I'm a sweets girl, so that stuff doesn't really, but it's actually under like a magnetic lock. I don't know if you guys have seen those before, but it's like a magnetic lock that you hold up to the cupboard and it unlocks it and opens it up. That might seem extreme, and I never did that on purpose because of me. I did it because of Jax, because he'll push a stool up there and he'll climb into the cupboard and just grab snacks and snacks and snacks. So I had no other cupboards that I could move them to. So I went on Amazon, I found this lock, and it worked perfect. But I've also noticed that it's helped me stay out of the cupboard too. Hi, Krista. It's helped me stay out of the cupboard too. So that's my 3rd tip, is put it out of sight, out of mind. Like, put it somewhere that, you know, if you have to get a lock for the cupboard, lock the cupboard. But it's not worth us feeling crappy about ourselves just for that 5 minutes of gratification of fueling that need, that stressful need. And so those are my 3 tips, guys, is just set up and owning it up system, validation and recognition. It's not to belittle to yourself or anything like that. It's just to help you move forward. It's help you to overcome this. And don't buy it. Don't buy the junk. Just don't do it. And number 3 is you know, put it out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. So hopefully you guys find this helpful. Thank you so much for hopping on. I honestly appreciate it, because this stuff is not easy for me to talk about. This stuff is, you know, this is stuff we do behind closed doors, right? That we don't really talk about. And the thing is if we don't talk about it, then there's nobody we can relate with about. So if there's one thing that you guys can take away from this, is just knowing that you're not alone, and that you can overcome this. Like, there's the support here. I'm here to help support you through this. And again, it comes down to feeling good and not being pissed off at yourself. So Crystal, so you try not to eat it, then it's more inconvenient to go get it. That's true. It's more inconvenient to go get the chips and chocolate bar. Like, if you're craving it, you have to go to the store to get it. And for me, I live out of town. Like, there's no chips and chocolate bars out here. So if I don't have it, I'm not driving to town to go get it, right? So it's usually by then I don't really want it. So what was the lock called? I will post the lock name later, or a picture of it, and so that you guys can look that up. But it's been fantastic for kids, and it's been fantastic for me. We also have a fridge out in the garage, so I actually keep all my ice cream in that out there, because Jax loves summer treats, right? Ice cream, popsicles, that sort of stuff. And we have neighbor girls, and when they come over, I like to have a little something for them. But now he's probably gonna come ask for ice cream, or yeah?
I love bubblegum ice cream.
You love bubblegum ice cream, that's right. So anyways, I keep it out in the fridge now, because out in the garage, so that I don't open, thanks for licking me, he's licking me now, so that I don't open the cupboard and take a tablespoon and eat some ice cream. Who's guilty of that? Give me a like if you do that too. Like, open the freezer, take a tablespoon, but you're only gonna have 1, right? And then it turns into 2 or 3 or 4, and next thing you know, you've had like 2 cups of ice cream. I was totally guilty of that. So now I try to set myself up for success, and it stays out in the freezer, in the garage, so that I'm not tempted to go touch it. So that's it, guys. That's my tips for you guys. Thank you so much for hopping on. I truly appreciate it, and have a beautiful day. We'll chat to you later.